I'm Heather.
Start your clock.
My father back in June was diagnosed with colon cancer outside of the colon. They couldn't stage it. They said they only found precancerous cells. Let's see, and in June or in July, he ended up doing chemo and radiation. The tumor markers went down significantly, so that was a really good sign. Months and months went by. We were trying to get a hold of doctors. Nobody got a hold of us because he was supposed to get surgery to remove the tumor. Finally, come November, after harassing them, I got an appointment with the surgeon.
I got my 3 minutes in.
The surgeon agreed with me that it was very urgent that my father got surgery right away, because at this point my dad could hardly walk. He was vomiting in the surgeon's office. His skin tone, he's now gray. He lost a significant amount of weight. So the surgeon agreed it was a matter of life and death that my dad got this tumor removed. And he said he would directly admit my father into the hospital in a couple days when a room opened up. So I believe it was November 11th, the room opened up. We were excited. We got him to the hospital. We were told once he went to the hospital, he would have surgery within a couple days. So he was there November 11th to November 19th. They never did surgery. Before he even went to the hospital, my dad, we used to joke that he was a negative Nancy, because he would always think the worst possible outcome was going to happen, that the upcoming holidays would push back his surgery. I was like, Dad, that's not going to happen. I spoke to the surgeon about it. The surgeon said he wouldn't let that happen, that my dad needed surgery. So November 19th, he's in the hospital, still no surgery. Doctor said, well, the holidays are coming up, so we're not going to do surgery. So if your dad wants to go home till the Monday after Thanksgiving, we can readmit him after Thanksgiving, and then we'll do the surgery. So since they wouldn't do the surgery, my dad was absolutely miserable there. We took him home. That was November 19th. November 20th, again, my dad's gray. Oh, and when he was in the hospital, his legs started swelling up because his tumor was wrapped around his iliac artery. Kept telling the doctor, you guys should probably do a scan on that. He said, oh, he's just cancer. That's why. Just blew it off. So when my dad came home, November 19th, about 8 o'clock at night, November 20th, my dad ended up going to the bathroom. A whole bunch of blood clots came out of him. The bathroom looked like a murder scene. He became unconscious. As soon as the EMTs got there, he became unconscious. He flatlined 2 or 3 times on the way to the hospital. They didn't think he'd make it through the night. He made it through the night. But the next day they told us that he was brain dead, that there was no brain activity. He was swollen like 3 times the size he was the day before. It didn't even look like my dad. And so me and my sister had to decide to pull the plug. I mean, he wasn't even just a couple months before that. They were saying it was precancerous cells. My dad was a machine. He was so healthy in every other aspect of his life. He had no other health problems. He shouldn't have died. They were totally negligent. They just kept pushing surgery off, pushing it off like he had all the time in the world.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you for letting me speak.
Tough one. Very tough.